know I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really on with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Now I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are sick of wasting money on packs, go check out my sponsor. They offer the cheapest and most reliable way to buy coins straight from the source. Use code MAZE at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Hello! Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we are going over episode 2 of my Weekend League recap. If you guys watched the last one, we are 5-0 as we head into game 6. And you know, things are going pretty well. Kind of making Weekend League my bitch this week. So hopefully that trend continues. Now, as always, before we get into the video, we're going to go over the best and the worst comment of the day. The best comment of the day coming from Fontaine, who said, "Y'all need therapy about your uncles." Finally, someone said it. However, it is nice to see Mazomatic's forehead has the go deep chemistry activated. If you look closely, there are little beads of sweat running one-play touchdowns on that big-ass forehead right now. All right, moving on to the next one. The worst comment of the day coming from Timothy Alonzo, who said, "My uncle has Sprinter. He looks faster." That has to be the worst joke I've ever heard in my life. Just checking in with the team. There have been no additions since the last video. Still led on offense by our fearless quarterback, Thick Dick Vic, and on defense, things are the same. I do want to let you guys know this is the last video, at least for the next week, that you're going to see Michael Vick, because we officially replaced him on stream with Josh Allen. But we'll talk about that more in the next video. We're still in the Patriots offense and still in the 4-6 playbook on defense. 5-0 heading into game 6. I noticed in this guy's top 3, it's looking like he has a God Squad, Deion Sanders, and Denzel Ward. Never a good sign. However, we disconnected heading into the game, and thankfully I got the victory. I would have been livid if I got the loss. I would have flipped a bitch. And now a bitch no longer needs to be flipped. So heading into game 7, hopefully we are going to get the victory. Again, our top 3, his top 3, you know the deal. We're starting out on offense. Michael Vick dropping back to pass, and we see the crosser open, or what we thought was open. It looked wide open, but Murphy Bunting was able to get there. I think he was in a cloud flat, so I don't really know how he got back that far, but he swept underneath, got the interception, kind of took us by surprise starting off the game, giving my opponent 3 points. We played good defense in the red zone, thankfully. Now on to our next drive. We run a double move because he was running man coverage, and Vic lets it fly. Calico beats his man, but in classic Madden 21 fashion, just doesn't get the catch. My opponent knew it was bullshit, though, because he quit out right after that. I actually think he probably had to go or something because it was kind of weird. Just pause the game and quit out, but he gave us the victory. So 2 disconnect victories, 2 freebies to start off this episode. I guess EA just felt bad for fucking me so many weeks in a row that they're like, here's a couple free ones. Here's a couple free ones. You know what? I'll take those free ones. Thank you, EA. 2nd and 10. My opponent's ball. He finds the late crosser on the sideline. He's got Dan Marino, so he's able to throw those a little bit late and still fit him in there before he gets out of bounds. 3rd and 15, though. We have been playing pretty solid defense, and we get him in a 4th and 1. He's dropping back with Dan. Dagger Dick Dan. He finds a post over the middle. And I'm going to be honest, guys. If that's Vic, I don't think that ball gets there. I think because he has set feet lead and Dan Marino has that added ability, that's what gets that pass in those tight windows. My opponent getting on the board first, 7-0. His run game got him there. Now it's our turn. We hand off to Reggie Bush, who hits the edge, gets a solid gain, gets the spark going, gets our offense moving. Now from the 3rd team, we got Reggie Bush on this angle route, and he's wide open over the middle, sidesteps the user, and reaches across the goal line to level the playing field. 7-7 tie ball game once again. 1st and 10, my opponent has Jerry Jeudy, who absolutely toasts Dre Bly. Fuck Dre Bly. Let me get a fuck Dre Bly in the chat. But Jerry Jeudy taking it 80 yards for the touchdown. And realistically, the reason Dre Bly got toasted so bad is because he had Slot-O-Matic on Jeudy. And anytime they got Slot-O-Matic, they're probably going to toast your man coverage. So now 14-7. We got to go down again, score another touchdown to tie up the game. Reggie Bush doing a great job of getting us there. Now with the play action, Vic looking to the corner, finds Mark Andrews, who dives and gets the catch to the 32-yard line. 1 minute to go in the first half. Vic with another nice pass, laser to the sideline. Brandon Cooks toe tapping, getting us to the 4-yard line. And from there, the RPO to an interception. I guess it didn't work, man. I don't know how that guy didn't get blocked. He was the outside cornerback. But that turnover really puts a lot of pressure on our defense now. Thankfully, they're able to come up big, get the stop. And on 4th and 14, we get the swatted punt, the blocked punt. I've never in my history of Madden playing gotten a blocked punt, but we got one there, which was pretty cool. Gives us 2 points at the end of half. A 2-point freebie. You know, that's again EA just saying, sorry for fucking you. Here's 2 points. On our next drive, starting out in the second half, we come out pretty strong, had a couple nice dots, but our offense stalled at the 35. We had to settle for 3, bringing the score to 12-14. And EA back again with the gifts, trying to wine and dine me. trying to wine and dime me. Give me a free fumble. Give me a free field goal. That gives us the lead now. So overall, we've gotten 5 free points from EA and hoping to keep the good luck alive. 1st and 10 for my opponent. He finds a great read on the sideline, a wheel route to work done, giving him a gain of about 25. Now at midfield, looking to keep the ball moving, and he finds a great read. That was my bad with the user. There was a crossing routes, and I just chased the wrong one. I should have stayed with that one that he threw to. That was just my bad. On the next play, Dre Bly gets toasted again. Jerry Jeudy. So keep that in mind. Dre Bly's just been getting fucked up by Jerry Jeudy all game. So we're going to make a change, and we're not going to let that happen again. Now down by 5 with 3 minutes. You see my opponent is just blitzing the house. He's blitzing the house every time. So we've been throwing the quick reads, getting the ball off quick with Vic, which is something I sometimes struggle with. And then 1st and 10 from the 23. Great pass to the sideline. Weird animation from Brandon Cooks, but it ends up getting us into the end zone. You see the throw is good. All I needed was a toe tap. But Brandon Cooks wants to jump up, be a hero, and make a spectacular catch. You know what? As long as you get your feet down, get in the end zone, I'm okay with it. We now have a 1-point lead with 2 minutes to go. And I took Dre Bly off of Jerry Jeudy. I put Deion Sanders on him. And the guy tried to go right back to Jeudy. But this time, hey, Deion Sanders ain't no bitch. Dre Bly's a bitch. Deion Sanders ain't no bitch. So now with 2 minutes to go, 2nd and 7. I'm still passing the ball. We find the open receiver up the sideline. Brandon Cooks swerve catch inbounds. Gets us to the 3. And guys, this late in the game, that is so big. That was just a clutch dot, a clutch dagger from Michael Vick to really seal this game. Now 1st and 10. We already have an 8-point lead, and we get a drop pick. You know, that could have ended the game. 1:21 to go. This guy's still very much in it. Only up 8 points here, and he's driving. You know, that drop pick is now costing us because the game could have been over, and just like that, you know, he's still in it. And then Tony Gonzalez on the double move, stick and nod, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Jamal Adams gets toasted. Now he's got a touchdown. So now we're only up 2. He's going for 2-point conversion. This is for the game. Throws it back to the end zone, and Tony G steps out of bounds. Our saving grace, you see, he throws it. Tony G, 1 foot, no. Sorry, buddy, you're out of bounds. And that's the game. Now a last-ditch onside kick, which is unsuccessful, is going to really seal it out, giving us the victory, bringing our record to 8-0. Heading into game 9, things are going pretty well, man. Seems like so far EA's on my side. But the way that works sometimes is, you know, you build up some karma. So they give me some bailouts early. That just means they're going to fuck me late, man. It's wine and dine city, you know? That's just what EA does. Starting off this game, the guy throws it right at my user. Jamal Adams there to jump up, make the interception, give us a turnover to start off the game. Anytime you start off the game with a turnover, it's usually a good sign. We followed up with a laser from Michael Vick, lob pass over the defender to toe tap Mark Andrews on the sideline. And now from the 1-yard line, fullback dive. You know, keep it simple, stupid. Fullback dive right up the middle. Get in there, 7 points. Now back on defense. We get him into 3rd and 14, but he's able to find a very tiny window and fit the ball in there to convert. Move the chains. 2nd and 7 now. We're running this man coverage with 2 steps ahead, and that right there should have been a pick. Rod Woodson ran underneath that. Should have been an interception, but it brings up a 4th and 19, and really from here, I didn't expect him to convert. We jump up from the user lurk, which is dropped, thankfully, but, you know, at the time, like, that could have happened on any play. That should not have been a dropped lurk. Regardless, though, 9-0, heading into our final game of the episode. Game 10, my opponent's got Nnamdi, Dion, and Barry. I got Nnamdi, Dion, and Taylor. So pretty similar teams. This guy's got a God Squad, obviously, as well. Starting out on offense, we run the ball with Reggie Bush, and you see he just finds a little hole, gets loose, wiggles a little bit, gets a pretty solid gain across midfield to the 41. From there, he's running some man coverage, and Mark Andrews off the line on that crosser. Burns Rod Woodson, gets us down to the 21. It looked to me like the ball got across, but, you know, they gave us the ball at the inch line. Michael Vick, thankfully, finishes the job. Now for my opponent's first drive. We get him in a 2nd and 11, and he lasers a quick throw on a skinny post to Jerry Rice, which gets him the ball across midfield, now in field goal range, where we do lock down, play some better defense, hold him to 3. So now we still have a 4-point lead, but the offense in trouble now. Looking for Mark Andrews. We lob it over the top, and Mark Andrews able to come down with it once again on that crossing route, absolutely toasting Rod Woodson. Unfortunately, just not fast enough to get in the end zone. Gets us to the 7-yard line where Reggie Bush, once again, finishing the job on the ground. Boom, bounce off a tackle, reach for it, baby, across the goal line. Now, I think that I would have scored on the crossing route originally if I had Darren Waller instead of Mark Andrews, but you live and you learn. Next weekend, we might have Waller. Denzel Ward getting a nice interception, basically like running the route for the receiver. Now 14-3, our ball at the 4-yard line with 30 seconds left in the half. Reggie Bush reaches for it from like the 5-yard line. Guys, don't waste any ability points on reach for it because they're going to reach for it regardless. They're going to reach for it no matter what. Now we're up 21-3. We got another stop, and my opponent quit out, giving us a victory, extending our record to 10-0. So through our first 10 games, we're 10-0 currently. And I gotta say, guys, the rest of the weekend was a little hectic. We matched up with a few pro players, had a few hell games. And what we're going to end up doing is the remaining 15 games, I am going to post in one video of my best games from those 15. Moving forward, I think what I'm going to need to do is do 3 weekend league recap videos instead of 5, because I think 5 is just a little bit too much, because then I don't really have time to make other content besides the weekend league recap. So let me know what you guys think in that. If you guys really don't want to see other content, then we can maybe make this our primary series, but I still think I need to dial it back a little bit because 5 is just a little bit too much. But let me know your guys' thoughts. I'd love to read them in the comments. Also, if you did like this video, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, please, for the love of God, hit that freaking sub button so dang hard. You don't want to miss a video. Boys, I'll be seeing you very soon.
Now I'm on the